After complaint and craving shook the camp in Numbers 11, Numbers 12 reveals a more subtle danger. Not from the crowd, but from within the leadership home. Public grumbling is destructive, but jealousy and spiritual leadership is just as deadly. This chapter reminds us that sometimes the hardest battles are not with enemies, but with those closest to us. Miriam and Aaron, Moses' own siblings, fellow leaders, began to speak against him. They questioned his marriage to a Cushite woman, but beneath their words lay a deeper issue. Has the Lord spoken only through Moses? Hasn't he also spoken through us? This wasn't about marriage. It was about envy, status, and spiritual pride. They wanted Moses' authority without his calling, his intimacy with God and his burden. But Scripture simply says, "And the Lord heard it." God hears every jealous whisper, every quiet rivalry, every heart that resents another's calling. Then the text pauses to describe Moses. Moses was very humble, more than anyone else on earth. Moses did not defend himself. He didn't argue, fight, or justify his position. True spiritual authority is gentle, surrendered, and secure in God. When God calls you, you don't have to fight for your place. God defends his own. Suddenly the Lord called Moses, Aaron, and Miriam to the tent of meeting. He came down in a pillar of cloud and stood at the entrance, judgment in his presence. He spoke, "When I speak to a prophet, I reveal myself in dreams. But with my servant Moses, I speak face to face." God confirmed Moses' unique calling, not earned by talent, but chosen by grace. Then the rebuke came. "Why were you not afraid to speak against my servant Moses?" To attack God's chosen servant is to challenge God himself. The Lord's anger burned and the cloud lifted, leaving judgment behind. Miriam was suddenly struck with leprosy, white as snow. Aaron, trembling, turned to Moses. "Please, my Lord, do not hold against us the sin we have so foolishly committed." The one they criticized is now the one they plead to for mercy. That is the irony of rebellion. We often attack the person we will later need. Moses, humble and compassionate, prayed, "Lord, please heal her." He had been wronged, yet he forgave, interceded, and restored. This is the character of true leadership. God healed Miriam, but required 7 days of separation outside the camp. The entire nation waited, a visible lesson. Envy delays God's people. Pride halts progress, jealousy isolates. Israel could not move forward until the sin was addressed. This chapter shines a light on hidden dangers. Jealousy in ministry, pride disguised as spirituality, resentment toward God-given roles, speaking against those God has chosen, and disrespect inside spiritual families. It also reveals beautiful truths. God hears every accusation. God defends his servants. Humility is the mark of true leadership. Forgiveness restores even the one who wounds us, and sometimes discipline is necessary before restoration. Before Israel could face giants and battles ahead, God purified the leadership structure. If the heart of leadership isn't right, the journey cannot continue. Next comes Numbers 13, where spies are sent into the Promised Land and Israel faces a crisis of faith at the edge of destiny.